She back with the jump, yeah. Slide in your lingerie with the pump, yeah. Ms Vee, give it any way you want. We all got a little freak in us, don't front. Yeah, she talking all the topics. Some listen get dons. Come on, V, stop it. Tuesday and Thursday, 10 to 12, lock it. Not even haters can knock it. Niggas in the bed looking pretty even red. Shows open, showing no pity in the bed. Got your man really looking scared. He like, give me some head, give me some head. She can put the spark back in it. V's original and all talks authentic. Straight talk every minute. Alright, Ms Vee, you're back in it.
Yo, it's your girl, Ms Vee, in the building. Good morning, good morning. Hey, Janelle, good morning, cousin. Hey, Reynald, good morning. How y'all feeling out there in live land? All right, so last week, I wasn't here last Wednesday, and I completely apologize. Everybody that's on my page, if you can't quite see my head, it's because my camera is up too high, and I apologize, but I can't reach it. This weekend, I received a lot of topics. Apparently, after Valentine's Day, things go left. Because I've been getting a lot of, oh my God, I hate him. I found out he was seeing somebody. I found this. I found, oh my God, somebody even found a charge on their card for something that their mate brought someone else. So things got a little shady for people after Valentine's Day. So we're going to head over in the group for our topics as soon as we get a chance. So please like, share, comment, and like and share the topic. Rock, I'm having a hard time over here.
What's wrong? Let me assist you. What you
All
need?
right, here we go, because I can't get to nothing. Sorry, y'all. Hey, Nicole, good morning, honey. You know what? I might have to just work it for myself, because I'm not having a good time this morning when it come down to social media, y'all. We got new cameras in the building, so I'm trying to get used to that. But I'm going to go to some topics real quick. Give me 1 second. All right, first topic is, do single people really enjoy being single, or do they just rather not risk getting hurt? Rock, what you think? Do single people enjoy being single, or do they just don't want to be hurt, so they just say, oh no, I'm all right, I'm fine, I don't care, I ain't worrying about it?
I think that's just a cover up. Nobody really wants, no person wants to be single. You know, even when they're in a committed relationship and they doing things that single people do, they're not doing it because they want to be single. You know, I think everybody wants to have someone. So I don't think no one wants to be single.
Hey, Aunt Bunny, good morning, love bug. How are you? Rock the Aunt Bunny, she on the drive.
Hey, Aunt Bunny.
So that was what my question was. I'm gonna tell you what some of the feedback I got. I think while I was single, I was all right with it. Did I want to stay permanently single? No. But I think you learn to adjust to your situation, and that goes for anybody. You learn how to deal with whatever it is you're going through. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so,
definitely.
No, you probably don't want to be single, but it is what it is at the same time. So you learn to deal with it, because if you yearn for someone, that's how you make a mistake and get the wrong someone.
I agree. Over
in the group, Calico Mayo said both of them for me. She think it's both reasons. Nika said, I enjoy it. It wasn't, luckily, never hurt. It never hurt to the point of not wanting to be in a relationship again. So she never was that hurt, but she enjoyed being single at the same time. Natasha said, when I was single, I enjoyed it. It didn't have to worry about other people's feelings, explaining myself, and getting my heart broken. But my husband knocked that wall down.
Because he was the right person. And I was getting ready to say that most of the time, if you're single and enjoying it and want to be single, it's because you were committed to the wrong person.
Yeah, and a lot of times that's all it is like you was in a relationship with the wrong person. So that's how it came about. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not even being able to see even who is on the live. The next question was, do you think ruined relationships and friendships can be rekindled with your guard down. That was one I liked when I saw that this morning.
Yes, but it has to be with someone that's sincere, because if it's someone that has ulterior motives, in the end, it ain't gonna do nothing but cause you to put your guard back up, because they're gonna continue to exhibit behaviors that put you on alarm before.
So how do you know that that's what the deal is? Don't you have to at least go in? Like, how do you go into it with the guard still up and think it's going to be okay? You never know what the motives are if you go into it like that, right? You might as well not go into it.
Right, but something that was told to me early on in life, it was told to me by my best friend / cousin. And what he said to me is, he said, whenever you meet someone and you first meet them, you start out trusting them 100%. You know how we always say we want to build up or get to know someone before we trust them? He said it's the opposite. He said when you meet someone, you go into it trusting them 100%. Therefore, if they do something to break your trust, they have a foundation that they can earn it back. Whereas if you had a 0 and they have to earn your trust, and they do something to break your or violate your trust, you're now in negative numbers. So even if they do something to work it back, you still only at 0 and you don't trust them. So when you go into situations, even if you're going to forgive someone or you're trying to work through someone, you go into it trusting them 100%. You know, now whether you give them a second and third chance after that is the difference. You know, if you and I have a falling out now and we decide we want to repair it, I go back into the situation with my trust and being open to you. If you violate it again, okay, then I'll make the decision that I'm done. Whereas if we do it the other way, if you and I have a falling out and we decide to work through it, but I still don't trust you, that's putting an unnecessary strain on the relationship.
Rock, you just said a whole mouthful, so now I don't know how to dissect everything you just said. Nicole, thank you. I'm not sure if this is better, but I hope it is. I'm trying to adjust to this new camera, y'all. Paula Nicole said, trust is one of the most important things to have in a relationship. Not saying it wouldn't be possible, it's just not for her. She couldn't do it. And that's understandable, because it's hard to retrust somebody who you know already hurt you, who could possibly do it again. It's hard. It's hard. Especially if what y'all separated for was because they did something disloyal.
You know, and I say this.
Some people break up not because, you cheated. It's not always because the person cheated.
Right.
Sometimes the breakup could be because, anything at all. Or we just not working. Or my life is in a place right now where I don't want to be in a relationship. So let me take a moment. Let me take a step back and, see how I can do this. So some people break up on different levels. Janelle said that was a lot, rap, but I agree. Yeah, it was a lot, Janelle. I couldn't even quite get everything he said. But, hey, Mike, good morning. All the way out of the country. How you feeling? Hurry back. Yeah, it's just like, you break up for different reasons, but to get back together with someone, I think you got to go in wholeheartedly or don't go at all. Because if you got to go with that, tiptoe feeling, I'm wondering if I can trust, I'm wondering if you're going to do the same thing, that means you're still stuck in the past.
Yes.
And there's no point in us trying to make it work again.
And it's going to put an unnecessary strain on the relationship.
Exactly. So I don't see the point. Hey, Miss Downs, good morning, boo. Yes, and Miss Downs, where has embroidery. I seen that. Big ups to you, Miss Downs. You got to come in one day. Bring me and rock a shirt. Get on here. Tell us all about your clothing line. I think you got to either go into it, letting it go, or don't go into it at all. Because you're wasting your time and the person's time. Who want to go through something just to walk on eggshells, wondering if y'all going to if it's going to work, and who just might not let it work. You know what I mean?
Right.
I just don't like all the what ifs, if I'm going to do it or not. And I'm a person who don't trust people easily.
If you know something, though, that has to happen, and a lot of people don't give it enough credit, you got to be adult about the situation. The easiest way to repair situations like that and move forward is to own up to your part in the situation.
And see, a lot of people not big enough to do that. And
that's where the problem comes in. And if you and I have a disagreement now, and I own up to my part of the situation, not accusing you or make accusations about what you did, just owning up to what I did, it makes it easier for you to then move forward with the situation, because you know I recognize my part in the situation.
Right.
And that makes it easier for both parties.
You got to go into it with a promise of, look, we letting the past go and we just moving on. We just moving on from right here. Don't be one of them people, because I remember when, or so-and-so said this, or when we wasn't talking, was you dating this person? Don't do that.
Right.
Because all that leads to is more issues and more distrust. Because now I want to check your phone because you might have checked my phone. And I'm a person, if you touch my phone, you done stole out my purse. And I take it very personal. Don't steal from me.
Right.
And going through my phone is just like stealing from me. I don't know. Some people say I overreact when it comes to that point. But I don't think so. I think going through somebody's phone is just like stealing from them.
Have you ever done it?
Went through somebody's phone? No.
Yes.
Even if we sit next to each other and you happen to look at your phone while I'm sitting there, I'm turning my head.
Okay.
I'm adjusting the music. I'm doing something. Better yet, even if you driving and I'm in your car, just don't even look at your phone. I'll get upset that you're looking at the phone before I look at it.
Okay.
I just feel like it's an invasion of privacy. To me, going through somebody's phone is just like going through their wallet. And y'all correct me if I'm wrong. I could be overreacting. I could be. Tell me if I am. I'm allowed to be wrong, but I don't think I am. Ms. Down said it's owning up. That's the key. Yes, you got to own up to the things you did and move on. You can't move on. Same thing Rock said, if you don't own up to what you did. Mike said it definitely could have a person on eggshells because you don't know if they're going to leave you. Exactly. You never know when the ball going to drop again. When they're going to be back in that same position again. You get what I'm saying?
Always, definitely.
David said the same thing, 100. Yeah, you cannot be on edge wondering if the relationship will make it because this person is constantly bringing up the past. Either go into it with your guard down and ready to love and ready to move on, or don't go into it at all. That's just my thing.
And you know another part about forgiveness and moving on that people need to do, you have to, you can't place all blame. You can't just say, okay, it was all your fault. I say this all the time, for every effect is a cause, and I don't mean every cause and effect. I'm saying it the way I want to say it, meaning every effect has a cause. So if the effect is that you were hurt, right? Instead of just sitting there saying, this is what that person did to me and I'm hurt, think of what caused that person to do what they did to you.
Right.
And I'm not saying it's justifying what they did. I'm saying have a clear understanding of what happened, why the scenario played out the way it did.
Yeah, because sometimes if you ask the person, you'll be surprised at the replies you get.
Very much so.
You'll be surprised at the person telling you why I cheated because, either your sex is dull or because every time I want sex, you sleepy. And this is something that I yearn for.
Right.
I know it was shocking to me when Eric Benet was saying in his divorce procedures with Halle Berry. He was saying that because of her diabetes and her low sex drive, he had to cheat. He went into his marriage feeling like him and his mate was going to love each other and have sex regardless. But also, that's a thing that he should have looked into.
Yeah.
Her health concern, she had diabetes long before you. You should have checked that out before you marry somebody who had diabetes.
So, not saying that is right, but if you're in a relationship with someone and they cheat, right? And they cheat because of alienation and or they cheat because of something that you're not doing, does that give them like a pass, or does it justify their cheating? Or should they just say, no, I'm gonna bail out because I'm not getting what I want?
I think it can justify if behind that you say, because every time I came to you and I explained to you what I needed and what I wanted and what make me whole, and you didn't take to it, this is why I did X, Y, Z. But if you never even mention it to your mate, that you need all this love and attention and these extra hugs and these extra calls and texts, then I think you did wrong. You can't give me the effect of something that I didn't even know the cause was there.
Right.
I never knew the issue was there. You can't do that. Hey, Imran, good morning. I think that's unfair, and it still make you a deceiver. So no, I wouldn't think if you cheated because that you wasn't getting enough attention, is that justifiable? No, because it's still selfish, because you never told the person that you were with that I need this, I need more of this, I need more attention. Ain't nothing, what's up? He didn't say what's up, he said sup. I need more of this. I need more attention. I need more love. You got to say it. If you don't say it, they don't know. Ms. Down said, I come in, I let you know I require affection. Also, I give 3 warnings. And that's the thing. If you don't give no warnings, how do they know what they did wrong? How do they know that you require so much more? Because all you can go on is your history of your what is the word I want to say? Your history of the things, your routine that you've already been. So in other relationships, you gave your mate space. So you probably think in this relationship, I'm going to do what I've always done. I'm going to give you enough space. I'm going to let you, go out. But some people feel like, dang, every time I'm ready to hit the street, you don't even care. Ask me where I'm going when I come back. That make them feel like, dang, you don't even care what I did.
Right.
Like Ms. Down said, I think you need to give some warnings. You got to say something. If you don't use your words, how do your mate know? Rhonda said, it would be a lot of proving to be in order to allow my guard down, and I ain't got time to be on edge. So nope, moving on. Boom, that's the bottom line.
We always refer to forgiveness and building relationships when we're talking about like couples and things like that. Let's talk about friendships.
That's a big deal. How people in friendships did.
Right.
Because that's just as serious as a relationship. Hey, Leslie. Hey, Sissy. Good morning. I'm sorry. Right, go ahead.
If you're hurt in a situation with a friend, are you just done with that, or do you care enough about that friend to try to repair it, and are you willing to give them a second chance?
I think the same thing with friends. It matters because all right. So first, let me say this real quick. Mike said, "I love and need affection all the time. Makes me feel like I'm the special one," and I get it. Where, some people not that lovey-dovey person, so you have to grow to that. But also, Mike, like Ms. Down said, you got to use your words and let the person know that's what you're looking for. Now, Rock, when it comes to friendships, I think friendships is just as strong of how you treat them as you would in a relationship. I have friends, and anybody who's listening that know that they are my friend or were my friend, I take my friends like loved ones. Hey, John Sanders, how you feeling? I take my friends like loved ones. I love my friends just the same way as I do, my family. My friends are just as close. And when friends do me wrong, I cut them off. And I don't just cut them off, Rock. You know my attitude because you and I have been through things as friends over the years. I will get downright loud and carry on because I am hurt. The same thing I do in a relationship. I go off because I am hurt. I feel like, and I think it's more so with my mother being deceased and my sister, the one that was always the last showing, nobody's gonna mess with my sister kind of person. So I feel like now I'm more demanding of making sure that I'm good, making sure that I'm safe. So I don't allow friends. Now, do I rekindle things with friends? I will, depending on what they did. And
that was going to be my next question. How do you determine which friends you're going to try to salvage the situation and move on, and some you just say, I'm done? How do you determine the difference?
I think it determines the hurt of what they've done.
Okay.
I have 2 ex-friends that I can say I'll never talk to again. And we were like close. And they're probably, hey, Kim Butler, good morning. They're probably like the only 2 I would say, I'll never talk to them again. Can anybody else join the list? Yes, you can, by all means. But everybody else is just like, I don't got to talk to them right now.
Did you play a part? Did you have any role in the disagreement between you and those friends?
Yes. Now, one of them I did. Mm-hmm. The other one, I didn't. It was all just like, I don't know, out of just spite, or maybe I could say clout chasing was what she was doing. So she thought that she would get clout for doing the dirt that she did. Okay. And me, I would just sweep it under the rug because she had done something before, but we were so close, it didn't detrimentally bother me that bad. Okay. But when she did this particular thing, I was completely done with her. I didn't have any dealings in it. I didn't do her wrong. And it was something that she did, like far as social media. And social media, putting people out there on social media to me is messy. And then I never did anything to you. And it wasn't just she was down on me. She was like down my bitch. She was just wrong. Just trying to get clout. Just trying to get attention. A lot of people fail to realize that my sister and I go through things. That's what anybody with siblings should be able to vouch the same thing I'm saying. You're going to go through things with your siblings, but at the same time, they are your siblings. Therefore, you are going to either forgive your sibling or deal with them eventually somewhere. Somebody in your family going to die, somebody going to be sick, somebody going to get married. Something's going to happen. So don't come in between and take sides when it comes to me and my siblings.
Understood. And this is coming from an only child. I know certain things you just don't mess with. It's like that one family on the block. They can fuss and fight all day long.
And I mean knock each other out.
Yeah, but you better not touch one of them.
Right.
Because it's going to be a situation.
Yeah. And then the other friend I stopped dealing with, and that probably was part of my fault because I can't tell people what to do. But I am in control of what happens around me. So if the suggestion is, don't go around this person, they don't like you, they hurt you before, and they're going to use you to get to me, this person actually used the first person I said I cut off. Use you to get to me, come to my event, blah, blah, blah. She don't even like you. Why are you going? I'm telling you, she only going just to show me that you got enough cross in you to go to something that I'm not going to. And she went and was totally ignored the whole time till she was ready to leave. Then the person walked to her and like, let's take a picture together. What was the purpose of the picture? So that she can post to show me that she came.
Right.
So, other mutual friends were like, well, that's not a reason. She grown, she can go where she wants. I said, you're absolutely correct. But here's the thing that made it unfair to me. If the house is burning down and are you going to warn me that it's burning down, or are you going to just say it's hot because you can handle the heat? I can't. Are you going to warn me that it's a fire, or are you going to get me to go in with you because you can handle the heat, so you think I'll be all right too because I'm with you? If I'm in a fight or a beef or disagreement with someone, are you going to tell me don't go because so-and-so is there? Y'all might get into a fight. Y'all might blow up. Or are you just going to let me go and find it out on my own later? So no, I think people like that, no, I can't be friends with again. Neither one of them I cannot be friends with ever again. So I take friendships just as serious as relationships. I'm not in love with you. I'm not in lust with you. We're not sleeping together. But I will cut you off just as good as I'll cut off the next.
Now, if you cut someone off and you have no intentions of rekindling or reconciling the situation, but after some time, this person reach out to you, would you at least entertain it or give them a chance to speak their piece in effort to reconcile the relationship?
I mean, I wouldn't do it in effort to reconcile their relationship, but I know what holding on to things, how it can hurt someone. So I hear you out. And I'll understand, I'll probably say, if I understand, I'll say, I understand. I feel for you. But this is where I am with this. So I'll let you get it out because you got to get it off your chest. I've worked in mental health for years, so I understand how that can eat somebody up. But far as to rekindle, no, I'm not interested. Because the trust is already broken. You already broke it in a major way.
It's funny that we even having this conversation, and I can say this because I've experienced it, But you and I have been friends for a really, really long time. And we've had our shared differences. How I know that we're sincerely true friends, I can remember one of the disagreements you and I had. We even had a third party. It was one of our friends of mediation. Remember we was at your house?
Yes.
All
no,
right.
It was in the studio.
No, it was at your house. But it was
I don't
me.
know, Rock. I told you I go off. I'm telling everybody I go
Right.
off. I got
When we
to
had-
go off on people. Hey, Fleek, good morning.
But what I was saying is
Okay.
when we had the mediation, and it was me, you, and the third party. Me and the third party understood what it was I was saying, but you was at the point where you was like, I ain't trying to hear shit you saying, nigga. It is what it is. But
poor me in this mouth. I'm sorry.
right. But after, some time went by, after everything calmed down, we was able to find where we were as friends. You know what I mean? And you get better than that. So I know our friendship. So if we had an argument today or tomorrow, I ain't tripping about it. It's just us having an argument because I know if we got past that, we can get past anything.
Yeah.
So my thing is, I'm asking you, when you find yourself in positions where you're like, I'm just done, is it because that person don't have history with you, or you don't feel that person is that much of a friend, or they hurt you just that much?
It's just because they hurt me just that much.
Okay.
Because I go into everything cool as a fan. That's just who I am. I'm going to tell the truth regardless. Because you know I was raised. If don't do something once that you can't repeat.
Right.
Don't say something that you can't say next time.
Right.
Don't do something that will make you feel so bad that you feel embarrassed and you gotta hide your face. Go in with it with open eyes. So no, don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me.
Can we have a Ms Vee amnesty?
A Ms Vee amnesty? No.
We can't have no
It'll
Ms.
be
V.
too many people in line to check their tickets in. So no, I'm not interested in a Ms Vee amnesty. No, because I just feel like, Rock, people hurt you in a major way like that because that's just what it is. A misunderstanding is one thing,
right.
But to flat out hurt a person, that's totally different. That's totally different. I don't like it.
Is there anyone that didn't hurt you but had something going on that you wish that you could mediate and have them fix it because you're seeing it differently than the two parties involved?
Well, I do have a girlfriend who I haven't spoken to, and it's been months. And but I still I have sent texts, hey, checking on you, I love you. Either she texts back and she don't, or we'll show interest by hitting like on each other posts on Instagram. I'm here, you here, we still good. Because the thing is, other people have lives. Other people have things that they go through that hurts them, so they can't focus on your friendship at the time. I don't have time to call my friend and say what's up when I got my own shit going on. And you got to understand it from your friend point of view. Mike said, I know that hurt. Oh, so I guess he's just saying like that hurt from people. That's probably what he's agreeing to. But yeah, I think, Rock, no, I'm not willing to rekindle everything. You can't hurt me, but so bad for me to say, all right, I'm good with it. I don't know what y'all say on the live. Everybody just sitting watching them that. Ain't nobody been, kind of hurt?
Because they scared. They don't want to be on the other side of pissing Ms Vee off. So
I'm not saying just me. Like, what kind of hurt have you been through? Like, some people, can be in intimate relationships. Then the person say, let's be friends. And then all of a sudden, the friendship that's dwindled away too. So you done really basically broke up with me and I didn't even see it coming. You get what I'm saying? Like, in the past, I've known someone who wanted to date me, ask my sister permission, go through all that, and then you sleep with the person and then never hear from him again. And never hear from him again ever. So the thing is, you set up all this just to get sex. So it could be a number of things. So the reason that I am the person that I am today is because things I've been through. Hey, Teresa, good morning. I've been through things. And I know what hurt can do. I'm such a guarded person. Mike went out of the country this week. And I really was like, oh God, when is Mike coming back? I need someone to be here for me, right? But I'm not used to doing everything myself. But I never realized how much I depended on him until he was literally out of the country and can't get to me. I didn't even think about it the whole time. All that time, it never crossed my mind because you're so used to being so strong. And the guys in the group always say, there's no such thing as alpha male, blah, 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 blah. And females will never bend. You will bend if you get the right person that you love the most. She'll bend. She'll bend, guys. If she's worth it, you'll stick and stay. You'll see that bending is something that should be willing to do. Next topic. Do women go for the men with money because of looks, pockets, or because she can get it? What you think women go after money makers for? Because she love them? Because she knows she can get his money?
Yeah.
Why do you say that?
Whenever
I'm not going to waste time. Yeah.
Whenever financials is part of your checklist when it comes to dating someone, you don't love that person. Because if you really and truly... Now, it's a difference between having financials and being stable or being responsible. Because you can have someone that have a $30,000 a year job and they be responsible. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
So whenever one of the requirements when you dating someone is, oh, they need to be 6-figure or they need to be in this income bracket, you don't love that person. You don't.
But maybe they just. Now, some people want to date that person with money because they just want to be secure. I know if they got this amount of money, I'm going to be safe. We're going to be good together.
Get your own.
I don't have to hurt. They probably have their own.
Then they don't need to worry about what's in my pocket. If I could take
They
care
probably
of me,
feel like they can't live off love alone. Asia, good morning.
that's the whole purpose of you taking yours. V, if
Yeah,
I
we
can
to the
take care of
airport
me
now.
and you can take care of you, there's room for us to have a we. You know, but
Right.
if you're requiring me to be in a certain situation, regardless of what you got, then, you know, because we don't know what tomorrow brings for me. We know where I'm at right now. So just
So
because
the
I
thing
only
is,
got,
if that's a possibility, why do you think she wants you just for your money? Because like you just said, money come and go. You could be in a lower income bracket the day or tomorrow. Why do you think she wants you for just your money?
Because
maybe
she's
the money
requiring-
helps. Maybe the money just helps.
it shouldn't be a factor. It shouldn't be a factor.
Nobody want to be with nobody that's broke.
It ain't about being broke, but it shouldn't matter. You know, if you with someone that broke, that means you with someone that lacks drive. So it's not about their financials.
Well, you don't know that because some people put everything they got in what they wear and what they drive.
Then that's the wrong person.
But you don't know until you're into it because y'all have been dating. So only time you see and talk to them is on dates. Everybody don't go to somebody's house in the beginning so you know ahead of time what they have and what they're worth. Real quick, over in the group, Janelle said, I had a friend and we were close friends that crossed the line. Feelings on my end were crushed and truly hated him. I distanced myself and moved on, and now we are good friends again. And see, that's the thing. Can you cross the line with friends? I don't think friends should cross the line.
I think they can. I think they
But
can.
like Janelle just said, cross the line with your friend, and then what?
I think friends can cross the line when you are adult enough to handle crossing the line. If you and I, we've been friends for a very, very long time. If it becomes a period in your life and you're single and I'm single and we went out and we happen to go there, that's not a bad thing. Because it's not like we're two people that don't care about each other.
But see, the thing is, with me, Rock, I could never do it because I know you. And it would be bad because I would be holding your past against you every single freaking day.
But everybody
y'all knew
has
the
one.
amount of things that go on in my inbox due to this guy. Y'all be like, Rock is a player. He sounds sweet, but he's a piece of work.
And I am. It goes back to my statement, every effect has a cause.
Yeah, so you did things in the past. I'm not saying that you didn't have a reason, but I'm saying on the friend end, being the friend, I know more than what they probably knew what was going on. So I'd be like, nah, my friend is a piece of work.
But you knowing me, you knowing. See,
Right.
that's the difference between something that may have happened with me and someone else and what happened between me and you. You know, a lot of the things that they
Every
may have
situation
done-
wasn't the same situation.
Exactly.
I got you. I feel you.
Yeah.
Janelle said, I've learned to not cross the line again. And see, now she'll never cross that line with one of her friends again. Hey, Brenda, good morning. How are you? You learn that. And I think it is a lesson. It's something that you got to learn. You got to learn it.
And then also, I think something else I left out, what your intentions will be, can make the decision to cross the line. Because if you and I, if we just, like I said, we went out and it just happened to happen. It was two of us caring about each other and it happened.
Mm-hmm.
But me as the friend, I'm sitting there saying, damn, Vita lost that weight. That thing looking good. That's wrong.
Right.
Because now I'm not looking at my friend. I have an ulterior motive.
Right, and see, that's my question to Janelle. Like, how did they get to the line crossing part from their friendship? What made them be so willing to cross the line? Because I don't have, like, that's like me, Kermit and I, hey, Telly, good morning. Kermit and I saying, let's hook up.
Right.
I can't look at my brother like that. It's like, no, oh my God. Like, what, like,
Because
what?
the relationship is different.
Yeah, like what got, I'm asking Janelle, like what got them there to say it's okay to cross the line with your friend?
Because it was always an attraction there. See, with you and Kerm, there's no attraction there. It's almost like y'all was in diapers together.
Right.
So the relationship is different. But if it's a thing where at one point in time I was attracted to you or you were attracted to me, it just didn't go there, so we ended up being friends, that attraction don't go away. It's just that we chose to handle our relationship differently. So it's possible that we might be in a situation where I may want us to slip up. And that's
You may
where,
have wanted it all along.
right. And then
And that's the thing, Janelle. Do you think so? Do you think that was something he wanted all along? Or did you want him all along? I don't know how friends can go there without have already thought about that process.
Yeah, I can't
How do
speak for
friends cross the
women,
line?
but I can speak for men. We have played the part that we need until we get to where we really want to be.
Wow.
Like, it may take us 15 years, but I know how I'm feeling about you, and I know you got your situation, with your significant other now. Oh, I'm gonna be your bro. We good. But the moment you and him have a spat, then I'm trying to put myself in position to see exactly.
Like, can I be the one?
Yes.
I'm the next one in line.
Knowing he out the country right now, but y'all had an argument Friday before he left, right? Hey, you good? Let's go to lunch today, shorty.
But you really moving in. Like,
let me get my mind, get your mind
do
off
that
of
to their friend, because your friend is the first person to know when that free moment is in there.
Exactly.
Because you confide in your friend.
Exactly. And we know what not to do now because you've been telling us all the things that he's been doing is pissing you off.
Yeah.
So it's wrong to cross the lines, and that person ain't a true friend then.
And that's the thing that should make your ex or the person you are still with and find out you crossed the line with somebody that close to you, because that's hurtful, because that means you've been plotting and that's why people always say don't tell your business to your friends, because them people can plot against you.
Waiting in the water.
Plot against you. A lot of times you can date friends. Now, I can be dating one of your friends, Rock. I'm giving you as my close friend all the information, and you running it back, telling it to the person that I'm dating that's one of your friends. So you still playing a triangle effect in the situation. That's why you gotta watch what you tell people. Stop telling your friends all your business. They might seem like your ace boom coon, but they use it against you. I'm telling you, folks use your shit against you. As my mother used to say, mad day come for everybody.
And that's the reason why I wouldn't want my friends to date. No matter how attractive.
So you wouldn't allow one of your friends to date?
I'm not gonna say allow because I can't
else.
control what they do. I wouldn't approve of it. I wouldn't co-sign it.
Miss Down said, amen. Yeah, mad day come with everybody. You don't know what they're going to do. I don't want my mate and one of my friends be so close, too close. They go tell everything. And like I said, that's when they make their move. That's when they grand their mark.
On top of
then that's how friendships and relationships get burnt to a crisp. Stop telling everybody everything.
Yeah.
Stop. Just stop.
And then it forces you to pick sides in the situation. When things are good, y'all all want to hang out together.
Which friend is the closest? So you have, a friend who, like if you're a person who always, every holiday you have a party or a cookout. And now you got to figure out which friend to invite. You got to figure out which friend is the one I want to come when both of them are your friend. You should have never been in that situation from the beginning.
And then
you can't tell people
going on
what's going on, but I'm not picking sides.
Right. But then if me and Chauncey go to bike week, do I come back and say, V, when we was down bike week, we was at Myrtle when Chauncey had 2 chicks on his bike and he brought one back to the house. And if I don't tell you, I'm in violation of you because you looking at me like,
exactly, you my friend, right. You was there, you ain't tell me.
And you let him do that? So nah, I don't want them apples.
Yeah, it can get real bad. Janelle said he joked around that he was interested, but we were friends. I was going through a tough time, and he was there and got me through it. And then when we crossed the line, thought that it was, and things went further, and then it stopped suddenly. So the thing was he
got
joking
what he wanted
when he was saying he was interested, or did he get what he wanted and keep it moving?
And kept it moving. That's what it was. He played his position until the opportunity saw fit. That's what that
horrible.
was.
I wonder how did you become friends with him after that? Because now I couldn't trust him because in my book, he knew all the inside scoop. You get what I'm saying? He knew all the inside stuff. No, you can't play me like that. I'm sorry. That's probably my issue. I think, too much and I overthink everything. That could be it. I don't know how I'm missing comments, but that was honesty and communication. That was on something else. Give me one moment, guys. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm missing y'all comments, and I'm not sure why. But so back to that first topic, the one we just read about do women go for men for their money because of their looks, pockets, or because they can get them? Aaron said, "Good morning, Ms Vee. As I have stated before, most of today's relationships aren't built on building out of love and support for each other. Most relationships are developed on the status of the person. Today's women make just as much as men, if not more. So it could be honestly go either way. Men could have deep pockets, porn star dick status, and be ugly as fuck. But women all will date him because of the first two things I mentioned. Women would have deep pockets, a fat behind, he's discussing a storm of fat ass, juicy wet pussy, and look like swamp creatures. God, she gotta be that ugly. But men will still date because of the first thing I mentioned. Excuse the response. Have an awesome day. So he put it down real vulgar and then he wrote out. But yeah,
and
that's
I agree.
his thing.
And I agree.
And she said she agree with Rock.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rodney Pierce said, I think it depends on the psyche of the parties involved. Sadly, love doesn't have much to do with relationship and marriage. That's why I want 80% of them fail. Money, sex, housing, sharing seem to be more so of a business arrangement than love. True, but there are exceptions to the rule. Just Rhonda said it varies differently with me. I don't do flashy type guys, so not big on his pockets, yet more of his approach. To me, the connection and how he communicates, of course, he certainly must have something legitimately going on, like Rock said, no bums, going on for himself, because I'm not looking for a hookup. Relationship or marriage is the goal, so love is a must. Excuse me.
It's funny, and a lot of times, and my opinions are based on experiences I've had with previous women, and I'm gonna give you just a telltale story of what happened.
Uh-huh.
One day, it's some years ago, I was downtown, right?
Uh-huh.
And this was in a period of my life where financially I was really, really blessed. But I always went left with things. So when everybody else was running around buying Cressidas and things like that, I would a Volvo, which is a really, really nice car.
Okay.
But that's not something you see every day. So the young lady that caught my eye, I'm trying to talk to her, right? Car was clean, roof was open, but I'm in a Volvo. You know what I mean? I wasn't in a Legend. I wasn't in
everything everybody else was driving ahead the fun.
She wasn't trying to say anything to me. And keep in mind, a Volvo is not a cheap car by far. But that's not what she could recognize, because you can see up and down the street. And this might have been like a Thursday or Friday. So Sunday comes and we're all in Drill Park, right? I'm on my bike. So as we're going through the park, I saw them standing over by the tennis court, right? So when I recognized who she was, I stopped. And I'm trying to kick some game to her. I had my helmet on and picked my helmet up. She didn't even remember I was the same dude a couple of days prior that was in the Volvo, right?
Okay.
So now I'm talking to her. The first thing she says is, "Can I get on?" Right? And then I thought about the rejection I just had a couple of days prior, and I made it known to her who I was. And she's like, oh my God. They tried to make it seem like she was just busy. That's the reason why she didn't.
And the thing is, Barack, just because she stepped on your pride a little bit, don't mean that she really wasn't busy or she didn't recognize you. Because most women don't look at the guy that say, "Toot, can I holler at you?" A lot of times we be like,
but when I said toot and I was on my bike, you did.
Because you're in the park, you're in Drill Park, and that's what girls do at the park. They get on the back of somebody's bike.
Yeah, but looking at my bike versus looking at my car, you saw I was in a different financial bracket. My car was just a regular.
Maybe she just wanted to ride through the park.
That's possible too. But I was the same dude.
Hard on women. Hey,
Because I was
Kim,
the
good
same
morning.
dude. I was the same dude. You could at least gave it a number and made the last digit wrong or something. I mean, you like really.
You can't justify why she made her decision, right? Paula Nicole said, "I've dated men with money for security purposes only. The way he looked ain't had nothing to do with it."
And isn't that wrong though?
I asked. I said, "So wasn't love just it wasn't love, it was just security. She said, Veronica, let's be real. We don't automatically love someone when dating. You grow to love them. I just rather grow to love someone with money. That's just her preference. She's something else. She said, Veronica, we are programmed to love when the rest of the world is programmed to unite and conquer. Why not have the best of both worlds? I don't want to compromise. And we were broke as kids. I ain't never going back. First, Paula, let me say I respect your honesty. And secondly, I feel you.
Is that fair to him, though?
Is what fair that she dated him for security?
Right, so she
why he flashing all his money unless he wanted it to be a reason that the girl come to him?
But
she don't have to know how much you make, how much you got in the bank, where she don't have to know all these assets if y'all are working unless you showing it. You're flashing it for what reason in the dating process? If you're in the dating process, y'all just going out.
So if he has all,
because anybody
money,
can take her to a nice restaurant and still be broke.
But if he has this money, she's dating for security. If the money happened to vanish or dwindle down, does she leave him?
I don't know, Paula. Let's ask her. See if she. I don't know. That's a good question. And maybe. Do you leave if you go broke? Because the thing is, then I'm sorry. I'm trying to send her our message. That's the question. Do you leave if you go broke? Because if you was there for the security, the blanket is gone. You know what I'm saying? The security blanket is gone. So maybe she leave. Maybe she'll leave if the money is gone. She'll roll out. Do women do that? Ladies, do you do that? Do you get with somebody because of their security and because of their financial situation? And then if the financial situation changes, do you leave? Do you break up with the person? Do you walk out? Like, what do you do? That's a good question, right? I'd like to know what her answer would be if she can sneak away from work for just a moment while we're on live. Kim Butler said, I'm at the age where I just look for who is equally yoked with me.
I can deal with that a lot better. Because equally yoked could be financial, you know what I mean? And I'm fine with that.
Equally yoked could be because we got the same religion. It could be anything. Yes. Yeah, so being equal on the same playing field is understandable. I get where she's coming from.
Will it be offensive if the tables were turned and the guy only dated this woman because she had a fat ass?
Ooh, see, I don't know, because a lot of guys, most men do that. That's why we got so many surgeries underway and
with the BBLs,
liposuction, and the butt lifts and the back taken in, because men will down women who get surgery, but you downplay the women who physique is naturally homegrown because she's too fat or she's too jiggly or she's too something. But then when she get a BBL, y'all
girl, give me them biscuits.
Right.
I want all them
biscuits.
biscuits.
Sleep with the one that had the BBL, but that's not the one you'll make. If you look back, most men in their stable relationships, wife look nothing like the women they
cheat with, right?
Why is that, right? Anybody know the answer? Tell me.
Because it goes back to what you just said.
Why.
It goes back to what you just said when the young lady was dating for financial security. He's cheating with the person he's cheating with for enjoyment, but he's with the one at home for stability and security. So why can't you love on that
person in your relationship the same way? Real quick, Bunny said something, so you know it's time to freeze and listen up. Bunny said, okay, keep in mind, married over 40 years. When dating, I dated guys on all levels. When I got older, my requirements changed, and I was looking for a secure foundation. And somehow, who was bringing something to the table had my own car and my own apartment. So that's not the same. She's not saying that she looked for someone. You had to have this amount of money coming in. All what Bunny's saying is she dated how she dated when she was younger, but when she was ready to go to the next step in her life, you had to come with something. You can't come to my table with just the empty plate and expect me to fill it up in so many words. Bunny, if I'm wrong, correct me if I'm wrong. But Rock, you get where I'm coming from?
Yeah, definitely. I do.
You shouldn't be coming to the table with nothing but the plate. And that's for men and for women. Come with something. Baby, you got the meat, I brought the sides. Come with a little something. And that's what makes a lot of women get cocky, because they've been with so many men who only, came to the table and expected their plate to get filled to capacity. And see if you can squeeze my dessert on there. And then they wonder why women, Janelle said exactly, Aunt Bunny. Yeah, you wonder why women get so cocky. Aunt Bunny said, right, Vee. They wonder why women get so cocky, and this is why. You gotta come ready with some kind of stability. And even if, if Paula say her requirement is that he have money because she want to feel secure, then that's just what her requirement is. She's not saying she's coming to the table broke and he has to have money to take care of her. What she's saying is, I want to see that if we get together, are we good? Like Aunt Bunny said, is he coming to the table with something? Do that make sense, Rob?
Yeah, it does.
You want somebody that's going to come to the table with something. You've been married before. Did you get married under the pretension that your ex-wife, you would have to take care of her and she never have to work again in her life? Or was it some qualities about her to say, I can see us building a future, having 3 children together? Rock, you can't have dead air on the radio.
No, I'm trying to process that in. Because so often when women say that they want a man that's financially stable because it gives security, we automatically think gold digger. And I don't want to be...
Yeah, and a lot of people automatically call her a gold digger because she want the man to have something.
Right. So I want to be optimistic or be devil's advocate for a second and just try to process that. I just think that... the goals and the drive should be more important to where he is financially. If he has ambition, if he has that drive, has that goal, he's going to make the money. He's not going to be someone that's going to be a leech. So you don't have to worry about that. But if you solely looking for where he is with the money, because we don't know how he got the money. It could have been from an inheritance. It could have been something. So that don't necessarily mean he's going to be a success. Because financially,
but see, the thing is, she could bring the success. She could know how to work the funds. She's just saying, don't come to me with nothing. I grew up poor. I know what poor feels like, what it look like, what it tastes like, and I won't go back to poor. Is all she's saying. Come with something. If he has nothing, I don't want to be bored. She said she ain't trying to be nobody mediocre. He could possibly be good. He got fresh tennis shoes. Paul is saying, come to me with something. Bunny said, I told my husband, when it was time to get married, time to shit or get off the pot. Basically, I ain't going to keep on sitting here and be bullshitting. Are we going to move on or we going to do this or not? Women don't get in relationships just to bullshit around and have sex and hang out and sleep together. David is saying, David, what do you have to say? By the way, David will be on the show tomorrow talking about blended families, baby moms and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, David, I don't think nothing wrong with what she just said. You going to be with me or not? We're going to move on to something or not. Women are not here to just be your sex slave and the person that fix your meal or do your hair. It's just not going to happen. Janelle said some men want the same. They want a female near or on his level. Janelle, I agree, especially nowadays. Nowadays, men are looking for a woman to come to the table. Right, correct me if I'm wrong. Come to the table with a little something, yes or no?
Yes, I agree. But here's my next thing, my question to women, and not you, but women in general. If you know that that's what a man wants, he wants a woman that's going to bring something to the table, why do you think that you can come home and fucking suck him and that's enough for you to get the new Benz parked in the driveway for you?
Because obviously that's all he required. If that's all she's doing for him, fucking and sucking him when he get home from work, that's what he's been requiring all along. That's him. That's him. Like Aunt Bunny said, she set the standard. When she was done with just dating, she set the standard for what her requirements was. And when she got who she was ready to marry, the man that she wanted to be with, she told him, let's do this or nothing at all. You got to know what you get into. You can't get into the woman with the BBL and just think that y'all going to have sex and for now, and then 2-3 years down the line, you wonder, oh damn, babe, you don't want to go to school, you don't want to start a business. You ain't get her for that.
Right.
You got her for the BBL in the way she gives sex to you. So don't look for her to be more than that now. That's the same thing for women. Bunny said she agreed with Janelle. Teresa said exactly, no, we don't. I'm just saying, if you're going to be with her because that's what you wanted going in. Don't get with her because now all of a sudden after you tired of the sex or you used to it, you want her to do this, that, and the third. No, because she ain't been doing that.
I have a comment that was sent in to us from Erica. She says, nobody wants to usually enter a situation where he or she has to carry someone all of the time. I have struggled alone, mastered and not. Looking for company to struggle. Not a gold digger, but definitely a future stabilizer.
And I guess what Erica is saying is the same thing everybody else has been saying thus far. Women are looking to be in a good situation. Paula said it, but she just came bluntly and said it. Yeah, you gotta basically come to me for something. Like Bunny said, come to the table with something. And that's for men and it's for women alike. I'm not discriminating on either side. Come to the table with something.
What is something?
Stability with a good credit score, a good work history, checking and savings account, the ethic to work and have been working. Because some people could lose their job. We noticed that over the pandemic. A lot of people lost their jobs and only had unemployment to stand on. But you got that work after that. When I find one, I'm in there. You got your unemployment that I know how to make it stretch over this 1 year pandemic because I know what it takes to be great. Everybody didn't just go through the pandemic, lose their job, and leech off the woman they win. Some people did, and the women allowed it. And that's if they did, that's up to them. They got their own reasons. Janelle said, if that's all he want and she get a Benz, forget that. I can buy my own Benz. I need more than some damn sex. And then she came back to say, tell him, Vee. That's the thing. Nobody is looking for just that, but a lot of people, when you get in that situation, and that's all you was requiring was sex, a hot meal, why the hell do men think that she's going to change 3 years down the line? You're all of a sudden, I want you to go to school. Then you want to complain to your friends, oh, she don't even want to get in school. She don't want to start a business. I got all this going on for me. Why she don't want to do nothing? Because it never was the requirement. That's not who she is. She can't be who she was not or who she's not. Am I saying that right?
Yes.
She can't be what she wasn't built to be.
Right.
Like Paula said, I grew up poor and I ain't going back. I don't like how poor looks, smell, or taste. That's not her being a gold digger because at the same time she make her own money, she do her own thing. All she's saying is, I ain't going back to poor, ever, if I don't have to. And that's for me, I didn't grow up with a silver spoon and big money. My mother took care of 5 girls on her own, and whatever hardship and relationships came, she dealt with them along the way. And because I've watched her do those things, I refuse to take a man who's going to do less than somebody who's not going to pour the love on thick. I'm not doing it. It's certain things I'm not going to deal with, not because I've been hurt in the past, because I watched my mother struggle to make sure I know this stove will burn, but this refrigerator going to cool you off. You got to know hot from cold and cold from freaking hot. If you don't get that, you'll never learn it. It's not something that just developed out of thin air. Bunny said that's because we don't save and prepare for the future. You should have at least 6 months' salary saved for hard times. Being poor teaches us that. Bunny, yes, indeed, because I've been the poor person. I've been the person in life who didn't have much, who didn't have, if nothing else, we had a great meal. You know what I mean? If nothing else, I had my great aunt, which is I recognize as my grandmother, house to go to on weekends for church and them good breakfast, home cooked breakfasts. I know what it takes to feel like I don't want to be here or where I want to be at. I know what it feels like. So now I'm accustomed to cooking every Sunday. Why? Because I was raised up on, if nothing else in my family, love and food. So I know breaking bread is a big deal. I need to cook even if no one is at home with me. I'm finna cook on Sunday. Call me and say, V, what you got? Because I'm cooking. Yesterday, my kids, nobody wanted anything. I fixed crab cakes, fried shrimp, baked salmon with shrimp and sauce on top, fried potatoes, broccoli, red beans, and rice. Why? Just because it was Sunday. You know where you've been and you know where you don't want to return to. That's just life's logic. And if you don't get that, you should, or you'll always miss out. David said, man, my signal dropping in and out, but I'm missing some good outside. I'm missing some good convo outside. Well, yeah, you kind of in and out, David, and we simply going through the topics in the group, but overall we're talking about, do you allow relationships to hurt you, or do you build from it? Do you keep your guard up? Do you go back to it? And we're talking about, finances. Do you go in with somebody because of what they got, or pretty much because of what they got? There's no flip side to that question. It's still the same thing. Bunny said the struggle is real. We were raised like that. We were just simply raised like that. If nothing else, you got loved on and you got a hot meal. And I was raised under that same umbrella, and that's how I know how to make sure that my loved ones are good and how to cook you a meal that's going to make you feel better. If I don't know how to do nothing else, I know how to do those two things. I expect everybody to be the same, and I'm just saying, love on somebody. And like I just gave the quick synopsis to David, are you going in a relationship and friendships because of what the person have or because of what they have? Because going into a relationship, they should have something. You can't just be friends with people because giddy they next door neighbors. You need to surround yourself with people who have something or can even help you get to the next level. Not in a using way, but in a setting an example, promotional way. I wouldn't have had started my business if Current didn't come to me and say, look, twin, I got a business and I'm rocking and rolling, and you're my twin. You need to have a business. Twin, what you want to do, I can help you out. I can get you set up. But as my twin, we can't call each other twins, and I'm doing this in business, and my twin's struggling dollar to dollar, day to day, paycheck to paycheck. No, I need to help my friend out. And then I leveled up, and I created my own business. From there, if it wasn't for Kermit, I wouldn't have been in radio. He came to me, twin, I'm on the radio, and they looking for somebody to do a morning show, and you got the voice. I said, I never done radio before. Nope, but twin, this is for you. You have the personality. The more natural it is, the better your show will be. And then here I am. And that's because who I'm around. Not that I used him for a leg up, but because who I was around helped promote me to the next level. I'm up here, so I need my friends to be up here. So yeah, I think you need to choose your friends and your mates accordingly. I ain't saying use people for money, right? What I'm saying is you want to be around somebody who is like-minded or better. Because it puts you in a different bracket of life.
It does.
And that's just, flat out what it is.
Makes your circle stronger.
And it makes your circle a lot stronger. It makes your circle a lot stronger. And it's all about elevation. You'll be elevated 10 times over when you're around the right people. Kim Butler said, I always hang around go-getters. Keeps me, so what she's saying is, I always hang around go-getters. It keeps me pumped up to make my life better. I also hang around with go-getters so that I'll keep me inspired to keep it moving and do better. Exactly. I'm not saying date somebody with money so you can get their money so they can take care of you. I'm not saying hang out with people who got businesses so maybe they'll put you on. What I'm saying is date for foundation, good foundation, like Aunt Bunny said, or have friends that's like-minded and good elevation.
Yep.
That's all.
It only makes you better.
Exactly. It's your girl, Ms Vee, here on Straight Talk with Ms Vee. We'll be in the building tomorrow with Mr. David Emerson. We're gonna get him the woo woo woo. He's a great singer, by the way. And we're gonna cut up tomorrow. We're gonna have our Straight Talk as usual. Thanks for tuning in. WMEG online radio and Straight Talk with Ms Vee online. Join the group if you're not in the group. Love ya. Peace. Drop the beat, right? Whoa. Yeah. Hey, y'all, man, Mr. John.
gone for a minute and she back with the jump. Yeah, slide in your lingerie with the pumps. Yeah, Ms Vee, give it any way you want. We all got a little freak in us, don't front. Yeah, she talking all the topics. So listen, get dons. Come on, V, stop.
Thank you, Janelle.
10 to 12, lock it.
Not even
haters
Lucy
can knock it.
knock
Hips in the bed, looking pretty in your red. Showing no pity in the bed. Got your man really looking scared. He like, give me some head, man. Give me some head. She can put the spark back in it. V's original and all talks authentic. Straight talk every minute. All right, let's be your back.